Good afternoon, everybody. Continuing on our conversation about belief. Today I wanted to talk to you about the win or learn mindset. And this is something that can be taught to kids as young as 2 years old with great success. Unfortunately, nobody's being taught how to do this, and therefore you face a lot of struggles as your child grows up. What happens is everything in your child's life is about winning. Whenever you start looking at stories or playing games, you notice that your toddler or child will have a complete meltdown if they don't win the game. That's because everything they're focused on, everything is about the win and nothing else. So if I didn't win, I must have lost. And of course, nobody likes to lose. So what we want to do, and what I focus on here in the karate school, is we take the kids and we change the win-lose mindset to a win or learn mindset. People who believe in themselves don't worry about winning or losing. I'm either going to win, all right? I set out a goal. I'm going to try to do something, and if I accomplish it, I win. If I don't accomplish it, I learn. What happened that I didn't reach my goal? I take the data, I take that information, and then I apply it again until I reach the win. So everything is pushed into a positive frame or mindset. Losing doesn't happen. Because I believe in myself, I don't lose. I'm always going to be moving forwards. I'm always going to be learning something. I'm always going to be adjusting. And if you're a member here at the karate school, you certainly see that all the time. I'm not afraid to try something new. And if it works, great. We keep it and we put it into the system. If it doesn't work, we adjust. We change it and make it better until it's where I want it to be. And so what happens is with the kids, they don't know about this, and because the parents don't know about this, it all comes back to win or lose. So as soon as you say, hey, let's play this game, right away, your child gets into that mindset of, okay, well, I got to beat you. I've got to win. Now, if you take it in and, hey, let's have some fun. Let's spend some time together. Let's do this activity, and let's learn from it. And it can go for any game or any activity in life. This is the power of what we do here at the karate school with our students that we want to start doing with everybody everywhere. So what that means is, for example, we had belt testing this week. Some people didn't pass belt testing. They learned what they didn't do. They learned what they had to do, and now they're going to practice it and then test when we start classes up again on Monday. They didn't fail. They didn't lose. They learned. And by changing the vocabulary, changing the mentality, changing the wiring in the brain, changes the result. We didn't have a meltdown. We didn't have a temper tantrum. We didn't have them throwing things across the house saying, I quit, I hate karate. It was, oh, okay, so I did A, B, and C. Now I just need to be able to do D, and then I get my belt. I win. So by framing it in the right structure for the kids, they start learning this process, and they take out the win-lose mentality. Nobody wants to lose. I don't want anybody to lose. I certainly don't want to lose. So I take it off the table. We don't lose. We win or we learn. Another good example of this is the kids are noticing, or the parents in particular are noticing, part of our belt testing is a fitness test. A lot of the kids were struggling. Well, why? Because they're sitting at home. They're not at school doing recess 2 or 3 times a day. They're not running around with their friends. They're not doing physical activity. So suddenly, when the fitness test came up, like it does every 8 weeks, the kids were huffing and puffing, and this was pretty much across the board. So what we need to do is create that structure and make sure that they stay active. Get creative. When I started hearing about this right away, it reminded me of the movie WALL-E. And you may remember it if you've seen it. It's a really cute movie about a little robot. Well, towards the end of the movie, he gets on the ship where all of the humans haven't had to do anything their whole life, right? They literally move around the ship in these hoverboards or hover chairs, and they eat. They watch TV. That's all they do. So of course, you can imagine, they're all huge. So if we don't take care of ourselves physically, right, that's going to start to slide a little bit. So again, people who believe in themselves know that we need to take care of ourselves both physically and emotionally. So while we're trying to struggle and work with things with the pandemic right now, emotionally, right? Well, gosh, I don't get to see my parents. We go out to dinner every Sunday. Well, we did. We haven't done that for a couple of months. That stinks. So we have to deal with that mentally and emotionally. But it's also important to make sure we take care of ourselves physically. Get creative. Run up and down the stairs, right? Jog in place. Do 10 push-ups. Do 100 jumping jacks. Do something, but put physical activity into your structure so that way you're physically taking care of yourself as you always have. Now, unfortunately though, it just takes a little bit more mental preparedness and scheduling to make sure that you do that. School did it for your kids, right? They had recess, then they had class, and then they had lunch, and then they had recess, so they knew exactly when they were going to get that activity. Now it's up to us to make sure that we put it in. Hey, do an extra karate class. My whole focus in the karate classes has been getting the kids moving, right? So do a replay of a past class if they need the activity, right? Join for another live class. You can do as many live classes as you want so that we're helping the kids work on their belief system. So there you have it. That's what we want to be able to work on today. Get rid of losing. Take losing off the table. Losing doesn't even exist, right? Losing is for other people. What we want to be able to think of is win or learn. So that way, either way, they're going to be successful in their endeavor. At the same time, they're going to learn about consequences because they don't automatically win all of the time. What didn't you do that you need to do better? And that's going to make your child a great leader. And more importantly, it's going to get your child to believe in themselves. So please, I am super interested in getting our message out to the community. If you know any other parents that would appreciate having their child believe in themselves, then please share this video with them. Or if you belong to any other Facebook groups, you are more than welcome to share that information. I would love to speak to them and help out as many people as I can, because you and I both know our kids need to believe in themselves if they're going to be successful. All right, take care, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.